Hi, I'm Bob with Wolfe Ridge. Right now I am out on location at Mike's place and we are going to hook up this Versa Split 2224 offset skid steer splitter, and we're going to hook it up to his LS tractor that's right behind me. Mike's got a wood boiler here, so his target split size is a lot bigger than what you're used to seeing from us. But we're going to bust down some bigger rounds. We've got some smaller rounds as well. We're going to start out with the 4-way wedge on it, and then we'll pull that off and just single way split some stuff as well. So we're going to get this thing hooked up to the tractor, show you how it attaches, show you how the hoses get hooked up, and then we're going to split some firewood. So here is the Versa Split 2224. This comes standard with the drop leg over here, and then it is resting on the 4-way wedge, which is also standard. And this comes with the SSQA quick attach plate. You can see here. We can get this built with a JDQA plate as well. So Mike's got a LS XR 4145H tractor. And the way that the hydraulic flow is listed on this thing, it looks like between both pump sections, it's around 13 gallons a minute. Now, I am not sure, maybe somebody can let me know in the comments if we're only getting 8 gallons a minute going to the splitter, or if we are going to get all 13 gallons a minute. But as such, it's a little bit slower cycle time. Now, if you would have gotten a 1724, you'd have a faster cycle time, but of course, less tonnage. And the same would apply that if you got to a 28 ton or the 30 ton version of this, you'd get more tonnage, but a slower cycle time. So these Versa Splits come with flat face connectors on it, but Mike's got a couple of custom made hoses here that go from flat face to this egg style or pioneer style. So he's just hooking that up there. First one's connected. We shut the tractor off in order to do that. And then here's, like I said, these are the standard fittings that come with the Versa Split, or our normal skid steer splitters for that matter. They come with flat face connectors on there. All right, we're all hooked up, guys. You might have seen a little bit of a struggle here, but that's because we had pressure in these lines, and you can just basically hit the end of the male fitting and take some of that pressure out and get those clicked in. We are on the attachment. We can take this foot off if desired, and I'm going to for the video here. So Mike had some practice earlier with this machine, and basically what he was doing is grabbing logs with it, gently clamping them, and then getting over to this pile here and just splitting over that pile. So you can see we got a bunch of big splits over there. He was running the 4-way before. He's going to come over here with the tractor, and you can see the way that the Versa Split is designed. It's designed so that the splitter is off to this side of the tractor, so the operator can see it. He just looks over to the left from his position on the tractor. It's got good visibility. You can see the curl we've got here. Now he's running the third function on the joystick, just to crack that a little bit, clamp it on. Just like that. Now as he's backing up, you can see he's running the cylinder home, multitasking. That one's in there a little off center, but it'll still work. So then he's going to try to use the wedge itself as a little bit of a guide or a finger to kind of pull the logs back to him. That one is barely touching the push block, but you can see probably using only about a half of the push block. some nice oak. Awesome boiler wood. That's boiler wood. No kindling there. If you look at here, he's got it kind of sunk in there, and the four-way grabbed it a little bit there. It's not quite center, but it's doing a really good job. The point of the four-way is holding this on there so he can get over to the pile. I'll have to see if I can get him over to this big knotty one. Oh, he's got the double barrel right here. We'll do the double barrel next. This one? Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what that does. Now the push block is not really making a whole ton of contact there, but you can see if he moves the push block back, he'll be able to fling this back and forth, get that last piece off of there. Maybe not. The next one will take it out. So, still got a piece kind of stuck on there. I think that he'll be able to fit this in there. Be able to fit this round in there and then push that out. There we go. Well, he's got it a little stopped up now. Let's see what we can do. Well, I missed it, but basically what he did was he brought this round over here and he kind of just knocked it against that one. Now, depending on what the pressure and flow of your tractor is, performance may be better. Like I was saying earlier in the video, I'm not entirely sure how many gallons a minute we are getting. Flow is going to more so affect our speed, but our max pressure is going to affect the actual splitting power and capacity. Well, we'll see if we can get it better centered on there. Kind of a nasty piece. I want us to somehow get over to this big one. This one right here. over here, guys. Working over to the big one. I think we might want a two-way split that one, but so we are getting down to where I really want to see this big one split. So, see, we've got something hanging off here. I don't know how big this is, guys, but it's pretty big. Much bigger than 24-inch diameter on this side. Here's a oversized 13 boot. We are going to take off the 4-way wedge for that, though. So, these Versa Splits all include a 4-way wedge that does have height adjustability on it, but it is bolted on. You can see we've got a bolt that goes through this side of the wedge that's captive, so you only need one wrench to take off this nut. And then we've got the scalloped holes here on the main wedge, so we got different height adjustments if you want to make bundle wood. We're going to take this off completely, and he still should be able to do kind of a half clamp and get it over to the split pile. Now we do include a nice in-house made wrench with the Versa Split, but Mike is opting to use a crescent wrench on this one, which works just fine. So break that nut loose, and like I said, this is captive, so it's nice. You don't have to hold anything on this side as long as the bolt is sitting in this C-shaped apparatus here. So once that's out all the way, then we can just pop this bolt out. And sometimes you might notice that the bolt is kind of hard to move, so put the nut almost all the way out and you can tap on the nut and bolt assembly. You don't want to hit just the threads of the bolt, because then you can mar up the threads of the bolt. So now I'm going to hold this with one hand, Mike take the bolt out, and don't put it somewhere you're going to run it over. All right, let's take a closer look at this thing. Again, that side, this side, yeah, it's a nice looking piece. Mike's going to get turned around here. Now he might want to roll this. We'll see how he handles it, but it might make sense to roll it a little bit. Nope, I think he's just going in for the kill. Look at that. So I really didn't take much off on that first bite. Well, let's see what he gets on the next one here. Like he was telling me, this is something you get used to as you run this machine. Kind of get a hang of where the wood's going to go, and you use the splitter itself to kind of reposition things. So maybe easier to do that with a skid steer, but it's working fairly well on this tractor as well. So see, he put some weight on the splitter there. And the tractor won't split it. I think we could turn the pressure up on the tractor a little bit, because it doesn't seem like the tractor really cares. But he'll try and nibble at it now here too, so see what he can do now. There we go. Little by little, he's just splitting some chunks off of this thing now. See if we can pop this top off here. There we go. Let's take a look at the inside of this piece now. See what this looks like in here. It's heavy too. That is That is a nasty piece. So a couple of those more challenging rounds, I mean, they were pretty ugly to begin with, but I do think that they would split easier with just a little bit more pressure. And that's something to take into consideration when you're looking at a machine like this. You can run a maximum of 3,500 PSI, and that's how you get the best splitting performance out of it. Now for cycle time, like I mentioned before, the more hydraulic flow you have, the better your cycle time is going to be. And of course, the less tonnage, you'll have a faster cycle time, but then less splitting force. So here's a look at some of the boiler wood that we made. This is not stuff that I would probably want to be trying to turn into bundle wood for like my roadside stands, for example. But this is probably what a lot of people in our comments that call us kindling makers, maybe they consider this to be firewood. I don't know, that might still be kindling too. We do have the Versa Split in many configuration options now. The most popular has been the 1724 and the 2224. We are making this in the 28 ton and the 30 ton as well, and those will have the big bore cylinder on them and the taller push block. So if we had that Magnum push block on here, we'd be a little bit more even with the wedge as far as splitting and connecting with those bigger rounds. We also will have different stroke length options, and this is our standard configuration. It is off to the left side of you as you are sitting in your implement, your skid steer or your tractor. We will make it a reverse style as well. It's not on the website yet, but it will be soon. So if you want it to stick out the right side of your viewing position, we can make it that way as well. If you'd like more information on any of the Wolfe Ridge products, including pricing, tech specs, photos, videos, dealer locator, event schedule, and more, please check out the website, www.wolferidgemfg.com. You can give us a call or send us an email. I want to thank you all for watching. As always, thank you for the support. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on what's next at Wolfe Ridge.